Breaking news. I told you Charlie just hit the wires. Well, his tweet just hit the wires on Tesla. It is moving the markets again. Fox Business learning that Elon Musk and his team at Tesla are growing increasingly optimistic, seeing a clear road ahead despite an ongoing Department of Justice investigation. Charlie, what's the scoop?
Caveats here. Okay, this is what his legal team are telling my sources. We've been able to confirm that's what they're saying. That doesn't mean it's true, just so you know. It's their impression. That's what they're saying. And sometimes these guys take the rosy scenario. But I think some of it, I'll just let the words speak for themselves, and we'll bat it around a little bit. What the lawyers for Tesla and Musk are telling people is that they feel increasingly confident the DOJ won't proceed. The DOJ won't proceed with a case on the funding secured tweet. As you know, they settled it with the SEC, fines. Elon has to give up half his job. He's no longer chairman. A few other things, monitors of his tweets.
For having tweeted out, hey, I'm going to take this private funding secured at $420.
But they settled that with the SEC. They believe that thing is off the basically off the table with the DOJ. They don't think there's a case there, a criminal case there. And that's what they're telling people. They believe the only serious regulatory issues involves the Model 3 projections. Some of the statements that Elon and team made on those Model 3 that they're going to produce X amount and they didn't, and blah, 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 blah. Now, Mr. Musk would come back and say, hey, what part of production hell does it mean that I'm lying about these, my production, my projections about Model 3 production? Lawyers believe that he's got a good case on that as well. So they are discounting the remaining DOJ SEC probes. They believe that the show that he's lying is going to be a very, very high bar for the government. Not impossible, but that's what they're saying. So
you said this months ago.
Now, it just has to turn out to be true. Listen, I can't tell you that the SEC and the DOJ don't have an email from Elon Musk or somebody that proves that they're all lying. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that. I could just tell you that right now, that's the feeling on the part of the DOJ, of the Tesla people, that they haven't really received the subpoena from DOJ yet on the projections, the Model 3 projections. They've received a request for information. The SEC has subpoenaed them, but again, they don't believe that they have the bar. They've reached the bar. Now, that doesn't mean they won't. Again, I can't predict the future. I'm just telling you what they're telling other lawyers. We should point out that Tesla has retained a guy named Bradley Bondi from the law firm Cahill Gordon on this SEC DOJ matter. So this is a guy that worked on the SEC case on funding secured. He's been retained on this other thing, the second part of it as well.
Does it cut him any breaks that he now says, and it looks like he'll be able to deliver on this, that anybody who puts in an order for the Model 3 now will get a delivery of it by the end of the year, and he's looking to get to about 7,000 per week.
I mean, remember what you
if he delivers on that.
Remember what you have to show with these projections, like when the SEC, and they do this all the time. They investigate the DOJ whether someone lies, a corporate executive lies. You really have
with intent.
You've got to show that intent. And by the way, the criminal intent is even higher than the SEC intent. You have to show that Elon Musk, for sure, knew he was lying. Not that he made a mistake. Not that he was being overly optimistic. Not that he was drinking the Kool-Aid. Not that he was even smoking pot before making these statements.
With Joe Rogan.
With Joe Rogan. They have to show that he is intentionally lying. Remember what they did with Martha Stewart? They showed over that insider trading case. They didn't nail her on insider trading. They got her on obstruction and lying to people. They had contemporaneous emails. They had witnesses where she was telling people specific things about what went on during that trade that gave the prosecutors enough evidence to bring a case about lying, intentionally misleading investigators or the investing public. That's what they have to show here. It's a high bar. So my point is on this, caveats. This is coming from Elon's people. The SEC and the DOJ have no comment. And but this is the word they're letting out.
Remember yesterday, you followed Sergeant Aaron Hale, who was blinded by an explosive device. Well, he has this fudge company. Remember, I said, can we crash his web? We did crash it, but guess what? It's back up and running, and I need to tell you guys, he got 413 orders for his chocolate-covered caramel, salted caramels, and chocolates and fudge. He is amazing. You know, he had been one
He's
of these
an amazing guy, isn't he?
neutralizing bombs out in Afghanistan. One blew up in his face, and he's blind, and his eardrums were blown out. And he starts a company, EODfudge.com. You guys have come through. Yeah. I hope you continue to buy from him. You know, EOD Fudge, Extraordinary Delights Fudge.
These are, I don't know what you say with a guy like that. He's amazing. I mean, we all should be like, that's who we should follow.
I just love these people who complain, oh, you know, the government's not giving me this or that. And here's a guy who sacrificed just about everything.
He gave to the government.
Yeah.
Forget about taking. He gave.
And now he starts his own company with his wife, Michaela, who's
doing great.
And by the way, the chocolate-covered salted caramels are the sickest thing I've ever had.
I'm going to have to buy some of that now.
Do it. Charlie, thank you.